Season's greetings to everyone. It is so wonderful to see many new familiar faces joining us this evening, this morning, this afternoon. It all depends upon your location. Whether you are turning in from near or far, we are thrilled to have you here for this special Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity webinar. As you all know, it is an opportunity for all of us to learn from each other. My name is Dee Benny. Before I introduce our host for tonight, I just want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this evening. All right. Julie Pierre, from a beautiful paradise island called St. Lucia, a mother of 3 beautiful children, a God-fearing woman, self-motivated, fearless, a go-getter, loves challenges, rarely take no for an answer, joined Unpassive 3+ years ago, came from family of 11 hosting her own platform called Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity to educate and empower, and also to have founders create a proper mindset to receive the wealth of Unpassive for a life-challenging experience. She is going to give us our mindset for tonight. Thank you. Queen Julie Pierre, could you please proceed?
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Hello, everyone. And once again, welcome to this amazing platform. Today, my mindset would be on being optimistic and waiting for the rebirth in a general form. Can you be overly hopeful or optimistic so that since your focus has been only on the positive side of things? Realistic optimists believe they will succeed, but also believe they have to make success happen through your efforts, careful planning, and persistence. The antidote to any bad situation is hope, and it is one of the most powerful and essential human mindsets and possible to achieve, even when it feels out of reach. Hope is what you can do to make things happen. Hope is a way of thinking, a mindset. It can be taught and developed. It can be nurtured. Being hopeful is the belief of the expectation that the future can be better, and that more importantly, we have the capacity to pursue that future. Hope is about taking action. What is our mindset right now? Is it realistic, optimist? Being hopeful means having resilient mindsets. Optimism is an attitude characterized by hope, a feeling that positive things will happen and that things will change for the better. Gratitude can be a gateway to optimism, helping you to see the good things that you have now, which can help you expect more good things in the future. Optimism is not about thinking optimistic only, but active optimism gives positive efforts and is about what you do. Sometimes it is hard to be happy when you have negative people and things around you. But it's important to be optimistic when there is negativity surrounding you. Being optimistic means that you possess an overall positive outlook of the world, trusting that good things will happen and that people's desires and dreams will be fulfilled. And so, learning how to infuse some optimism into your life can benefit your health. Choosing to be optimistic increases your level of confidence, especially when it comes to making decisions and feeling secure with the choices you make. Being optimistic decreases risk of illnesses and keeps you healthy. It's a matter of mind over matter. Your mind can heal you. It can also improve your quality of life. When you are optimist and have positive expectations about your future, you can experience an improved quality of life and even allow you to have a longer lifespan. You are also less likely to experience disabilities as you grow older and end up living longer. People, when you are optimistic, tend to also experience less stress and feel a greater appreciation for other people. Showing gratitude will help you remain optimist, and it will surely help improve your sleep quality, which is the key components in improving and maintaining your mental health. If you want to become a more optimistic person, then take measures and spread that optimistic outlook to those around you. Being an optimistic person starts with the decision to be positive and choosing to live that life every day. Avoid negativity and toxic people. Stay away from those who tend to suck the positive energy around you. Be optimistic helps you believe that our future is set and worked out for us. And so we need to put in the efforts to earn those opportunities. Learn to set and establish healthy boundaries with the people who choose to remain and express negativity. You may also have to distance yourself a bit from relatives and friends who insist on being pessimistic. Limit the things you watch on social media, for it can sometimes be bombarding, and so surround yourselves with positive and like-minded people. It also helps to make someone else happy by sharing positive feedback and thoughts with someone. Making other people feel positive has lasting effects on your own life. Practice gratitude and think about all the good things you have to be grateful for. Could you imagine having to do all the hard work and go through what our CEO is doing for each one of us? Would we survive this turbulent journey? It is hard to be optimistic without feeling grateful towards those that helped us get to this happy place we are in right now. While thinking about how grateful you are, it is helpful, but sharing your gratitude with others provides added benefits. You will spread a bit of joy and cheer, uplift their spirits, propel them to doing more when you tell others how much you appreciate them. And so, as we await this rebirth of our company, let us all remain optimistic. Let us stay away from negativity, set healthy boundaries, remain resilient, continue to educate and empower ourselves about our business, show gratitude to our CEO and his newfound tech team. Also, those persons who lead us during this journey, and allow me to lend a part of a poem written by Lawrence Fulling Hetty. I am waiting. I am waiting for my number to be called, and I am waiting for the Salvation Army, which will be our new oblast, to take over. And I am waiting for the meek to be blessed and inherit the earth without taxes. And I am waiting for the forest and animals to reclaim the earth as theirs. And I am waiting for a way to be diverse, to destroy all nationalism without killing anybody. And I am waiting for linnets and planets to fall like rain. And I am waiting for lovers and weepers to lie down together in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for perpetually and forever in Renaissance. I am truly waiting for the rebirth of this company. Thank you very much for listening. And back to you, our moderator for tonight, Sister Joyce Hicks.
Oh my goodness, Julie, thank you so much. That was wonderful. Being optimistic and waiting for rebirth. Thank you. You said so many wonderful things in there. That was great. So we really appreciate you. And being optimistic, being realistic, being positive, and also having hope at a time when we need hope, and having a mindset. So that is positive, and that creates hope. Wow, thank you, Julie. And you talked about who are you surrounded by? Who are you letting into your space? Who are you letting into your circle? Who are you surrounded by? Are you surrounding yourself with positive people, negative people? Are you leaning on hope, or are you just letting things come in? So what are you doing to stay optimistic, and what are you doing to stay positive? What are you doing while you're waiting for the rebirth? Thank you again, Julie. That was wonderful. We appreciate you so much. And again tonight, welcome everyone to Julie Pierre's Empowering Humanity. We are excited to have you here on tonight, and we are just excited about what's happening and being optimistic and waiting for the rebirth of I'm Passive. And we know that great things are coming, and we are ready. We are truly ready. We are truly blessed and in the right space. And we have a wonderful panel on tonight. We're excited, and we are just going to jump right in and get started here. And of course, everyone knows this gentleman. His heart is as big as hearts can be, and he receives everyone. He helps everyone. He loves everyone, and he does so much for the Unpassive family. He would give you, the shirt off his back, anything that you need. You could go to this gentleman and he would help you. He is my brother from another mother. I love him. I appreciate him for everything that he does and how he helps the community. He's like he's like that glue that keeps us together. So none other than my brother, the one and only Marty DeGarmo. Welcome, Marty. Thank you. The mic is yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, my sister from another mister. Yeah, I'm going to, I looked at this title, and for me, it's a little different than it would be normally, I think. The reason is optimism and vision for the rebirth for this global monster, both behemoth that we have. Optimistic, yeah, I'm optimistic, but here's the thing. How optimistic do we need to be knowing who Ashmupara is? So he gave a lot of proof to us, right? It's not like we just met him. He's been very outgoing, out in the open, tells us what he can tell us when he can tell us. He never wavered, no matter what happened to him. He kept marching ahead. So I'm optimistic because Ash is who he is. He's proved himself definitely for me. and most of us, without a doubt. But there's a lot of things optimistic and waiting for the rebirth. I look back at old companies like Apple. Apple's one of the biggest companies in the world right now. Why? Well, because, and how did that happen? It wasn't, they didn't just have a really, dancing down the yellow brick road. It was rough times. In fact, one of the founders, true founder, Steve Jobs, was fired. He says one of the most devastating things that ever happened to him. He was fired from Apple earlier in the years, and it struggled. Why? Because the visionary was Steve Jobs. And I believe they went, they had shareholders and all that. That's part of the problem. But years later, they told him to come back. They didn't know what to do. They're on the brink of dying. And he came back. And now Apple's one of the biggest companies in the world. If not, top 5, maybe. $2 trillion company because he came back. And I'm sure people that knew him were very optimistic that when he came back, they went, okay, we're in good hands. Now, was he the easiest guy to work for? No, he was no Ashwipara. From what stuff I found out, he wasn't a very nice guy. We've got the whole package. We've got somebody that's very kind-hearted. He's a servant. He lifts everybody above himself. I try to practice the same thing because I think if we could try to emulate him, we're going in the right direction. I don't need to recreate the boat or the wheel. He's doing it already. So, and us backing him is really a big deal. And he does appreciate it, without a doubt. He says it all the time. Let me see if I can go back to where I was at. There it is. Transparency and ethics. That's part of the optimistic. And like everybody's been saying, who do you surround yourself with? I know some people want to be a fixer. I'm kind of a fixer. Chris Johnson's a major fixer. Major, like OD's on trying to fix things. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get with people that are negative, they were born negative. A lot of times their family's negative, they're negative. It's sad. Now they can change. But how negative people, especially in this industry, change is they got to see proof. It's not run by faith. It's run by proof. And a lot of the people that were negative about the company, oh, that's not going to work. And it's an easy way out, right? It's very easy to condemn. Well, they're coming. They'll be coming because the proof will be there, and that's okay. I love the idea that we're having a rebirth. I think that the next time this baby it shows his face, we're going to be blown away. And I'm saying that because how Ash has been talking and acting. He's not saying a lot, but when he does, it's pretty powerful. Hey, we're here. We're here to win. And I really love the idea that he's happy. That would mean a lot to me when we get moving and to know he's happy that the thing that he created from his mind to his heart to us actually looks like the baby he was looking for. And that'll be fabulous for all of us. I know that. Waiting for the rebirth. There's two things about waiting. I don't like waiting. Nobody does. In fact, if you actually stay in the moment of waiting, time is so slow. But if you're busy and you're doing something while we're in the transition of going to chapter 2, time goes pretty quick. I can honestly tell you, I never got anxious over launching, except the night before last year when we launched on the 1st of September. I was excited because it's there, it's happening, boom, boom, boom. And we all know what happened. The merchant said, I can handle anything you got. And we had record-breaking buying and money moving that it crumbled them. They could not handle it. That'll be a different story this time. But that day, I was what you call, I was anxious, but it was like a good anxious, like, wow, it's here. You're in the waiting room. The baby's coming. Anyway, we're going through that again. And I know some people, it's just a really painful time for them. Now, all we can do is give them, be optimistic in front of them, be positive in front of them. Because a lot of times, people will live vicariously through who you are. Sometimes you believe and dream in others more than they dream in the dream in themselves, right? You actually start pushing the dream off on them to let them know, no, it is possible. It's not about Marty DeGarmo. It's not about this guy or that person or whatever you think's a leader. It's about you. And what I love in the last 6 months, what's really funny, when there's a bad time, like in 2020, pandemic's going on and all that, we brought in 1 million people. The worst time since June, when the when the crap hit the fan, or whatever you want to call it. A lot of people grew from that day. A lot more than you would think. Like, it was very unknown. What's going on? What really happened? Who did what? Why did this happen? We don't know. But because we stuck to, listen, here's a testament to living an ideology. When the rough happened, the bad times happened, we stuck together even stronger. And that made a freaking wild of difference. Ash had a conversation with me 2 years ago. I want to make sure I say this right. I did hear about the government probably going to do something, the SEC. By the way, it's a civil case, guys. Everybody thinks it's civil. It's not that kind of case. They want freaking money is what they want. But anyway, he said then, what's going to happen? What did I think was going to happen when this comes out in the open to all the founders? And I said, as quick as you could say it, nothing. The weak, okay, the big mouths, the troublemakers, they might quit. I don't want to sound nasty, but I'm going to sound nasty. Who cares? Go. I'm worried about everybody I see on the screen and people we talk to each other every day. We're all helping each other. And when it happened, and they did it on purpose, the paperwork came out on a Friday. We launched the very next Monday or the couple days later. You don't think that was purposely done? Yes. What happened? Nothing. What was the result? Nothing happened. And I guarantee they're in the office going, watch this. He thinks he's got 1 million founders. They're going to freaking run for the hills. Nothing happened. Why? Because of what we created. That's why I say the part that we have, this, and all the meetings, all we're talking to each other, that's way more powerful than the products. But when you can get the best products at above market value, when you can get a video conferencing platform that for 2,000, 3,000 people would cost you thousands a year, and you could get it for a few hundred and then get paid a commission on it, we died and went to heaven on earth. We died and went to heaven on earth. And what happened is, while we stuck together, Ash kept looking over his shoulder, trust me, because the wind is us. How is he going to soar? He built all this for us. He needs all of us with that paintbrush to paint the world a different color. And if they're not there, it's not going to happen. Could he create it again? Yes, but never the same. Never the same. Because the difference would be, if the company was running and he opened the door and people came in, 99% would come in only for money. And because we came in, it was a hope and a dream, we built relationships and we got used to what was going on. We found out what the journey was, and a big chunk of us said, I'm in this for the long haul. Are you not making money still? Nope, not a freaking dime. Nope, not a dime. But I looked at the long term and who he was and where we're going, and I think we're going to get the last laugh. But the point is, you see what I mean? The power, we built each other for the day, the second chapter when we launched the world. All this was on purpose. Fertilizer, the watering, the sun, the nurturing, picking out weeds. Some of the weeds had to go. Found out we had some weeds overseas too. We're going to find out how they got plucked. But you get all that done, and then we go into the world like we should have. People that should go will go. The people that are here deserve to be here. And I think it's going to make an impact unbelievable. So as far as waiting for the rebirth, we're in the process of that now. And we all deserve to be here. Everything that happened, even personal stuff, crazy stuff, and I mean crazy stuff. Families grew. I got one. Incomes didn't. That's me. But anyway, but we know what we're part of something, my opinion, that is bigger than any company that's ever been on the planet. I do believe if it's not the most valuable, it'll have the biggest impact. How do I know? I'm looking at the proof. The people are the proof of the outcome. I don't need to know, is Julie going to paint her part? Is Joyce going to paint her? I don't even have to know. There's going to be paint all over your face, all over your clothes. You're going to be skipping and falling and jugs of paint falling out. That's what we're going to do. But I know that already. We all know that. That's what we focus on. When people get this anxiety thing, they're not looking at the same show I am. I'm looking like at an epic Academy Award winning show, and they're watching the Three Stooges. I don't understand it. And I see the show. I see where it's going to. We might be in a commercial right now, but the Super Bowl's coming on as soon as the commercial's over. And some people look at it like, I wonder what's coming on next. Man, it's so sad. So yes, I'm optimistic, higher than you could be. Most of you are too. I am going to talk for a lot of you because you have a lot more. You help me. We all help each other. We maybe don't even know it. When I see people writing or they're involved and I hear it, that helps me in a small way. And all that filters back up to Mr. Mapara and his wife. You don't think she knows? You don't think she takes a peek? Her life's involved. Her life will never be the same. Of course she knows. The Mapara families will never be the same again. Never, ever, ever. They took that chance. For all of us, what can we do? 2%? I'm going to paint my ass off. Anyway, that's all I got.
Wow, Marty, thank you so much. Talking about being optimistic and waiting for the rebirth, and how Ash is optimistic and how he has stood the test of time, that no matter what he came through, he remained optimistic, he remained steadfast, he remained faithful, he remained committed to the cause. And the things that we can do during the rebirth is so important, that we stood there with Ash and we, believed in him. We continue to believe in him. We are optimistic. So, you said so much in there, and I won't try to recap it and repeat it because you say it so well. And I just really appreciate you for bringing that out, for just reminding us. And I love what you said about some people live vicariously through us. We are all that they see. And because they see us, and it's how they see us and how we present ourselves is how they look at unpassive. So if we take on the negative mindset, then that's what they're going to think about unpassive. But if we take on that positive, that confidence, knowing that we are in the right place, that when, like you said, when this happens, we're going to be blown away. And the rebirth of Unpassive is just massive. And so we're just so excited. And you think like you guys are smiling all the time and you're happy all the time. And you said this very well, that during those difficult, tough times and times when we didn't know, especially during, the pandemic, and then we came back and you said when all the stuff hit, it brought us closer together. I mean, we became a true family, and we are unstoppable. The people that believe you can't break us. I mean, we're here. We're in for it. We're all in, and we're in it for the long haul. And I know that, when I planted my flag 4.5 years ago almost, and haven't looked back. And, and I'm looking forward, the futuristic, I'm looking forward to this, for it to happen. So thank you again, Marty, so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you for opening our eyes and just reminding us of so many things to come that we have to look forward to. So, and we are looking forward to the future and waiting for Unpassive to unfold this next chapter, this next phase. And we know it's going to be epic. So thank you so much again. And now we're going to do things a little bit different on tonight. We're going to give everybody like 3 to 5 minutes to talk about the topic. Being optimistic while we're waiting for the rebirth. And I'm going to do this because Chris would not allow me to do it any other way. I'm going to call on our ladies first. And I'm going to call on my beautiful sister, Gemma. Gemma, thank you so much for being here on tonight. And we love to hear from you, just your thoughts on the topic for tonight. And the floor and the mic is yours. We love you and thank you so much.
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for welcoming me. And thank you, Julie and Chris and Maddie and everyone else. I don't have too much to say. I am optimistic about Unpassive. I believe that everything is going to happen as Mr. Ash says, and don't really have much to say. And Rebirth is offer new perspective on what has happened before, and there's a new perspective that's coming up where we look at it and say, okay, this has happened in the past. We've been, excuse the word, screwed in the past, but we are very optimistic that Mr. Ash got rid of all the bad seeds, and I'm sure it's a way to have rebirth in this company. Thank you. That's all I have to say. I didn't really prepare.
Thank you so much, Gemma. You were great. So what you said was just exactly what you needed to say. I mean, being optimistic and waiting for the rebirth, and we're just ready. And you said it all. You're in it to win it. You're not going anywhere. So thank you so much, Gemma. We appreciate you for being here, for everything. We love you. Thank you. And next, I'm going to call on my beautiful sister, Dr. Nadeau. Thank you for being here. You're always here supporting, and we'd love to hear from you. The mic is yours. The floor is yours. Thank you, Dr. Nadeau.
Thank you very much, Sister Joyce. You're always kind with everybody, and that is a quality that we are looking for everywhere. Yes, we are talking about being optimistic is the best way to live your life. Looking at the right side of everything that you are doing, that it makes your life easier. So my focus will be on the rebirth. This is essential for everybody to grow. If you don't change, nothing will change around you. So you can be 60, 70, or 80 years old and still be a baby waiting for somebody to bring you the milk. So how do we feel the rebirth? We are surrounded by vibrations. So we need to listen to ourselves to feel what is coming from inside. Listen to ourselves. That's the only way we can grow. It's a process that we need to bring in our life every single step that we are moving forward. When you do that, you own your words and your actions. So when you own your words and action, that brings you to the level of responsibility. And you don't have to blame anybody for what is happening to you. So I'm going to stop here because we have a lot of people who wanted to share their ideas. But grow, be responsible, stop blaming others. We push you forward and make life easy for you. Thank you very much. Back to you, Sister Joyce.
Thank you, Dr. Nadeau. That was very powerful. I love that. You talked about rebirth, growth, change. And I like what you said. You can be 67 years old and still be a baby, waiting on someone to bring you milk. It's time to grow up and to change, take responsibility. Because if you wait on people to bring you something and give you something, you're never going to change and you won't get to where you need to be. So thank you for opening that up. That was very powerful. We love hearing you speak, and thank you again so much for being here. And now we're going to go to my beautiful sister from across the world. And that's what I love about I'm Passive. And, you know, there's people in the United States, there's people all over, but I can go all the way to Australia without even leaving my home. So that's what we talk about global. And my beautiful sister, Narelle Warkhan, she's like a friend that I met from across the globe. And Narelle and I talk often sometimes. And, you know, she is just the sweetest person and she'll help you do anything. And I know it's very late where she is, but Narelle is in it. It's early. It's early where you are. Yes. Okay. So I got that mixed up. It's early where she is. It's usually late sometimes when we talk. But she's across the country, but yet she is here. And Narelle helps everyone. And I love you and appreciate you. So thank you so much, Narelle. The mic is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joyce, and oh, so sweet. It is almost midday here on Thursday, and so because the men change their live around, I should be able to be here most weeks. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Julie, for holding this amazing webinar. I think it's good that people get different perspectives of what people think or how they feel within the On Passive family. And it's so right. We have people out there that are waiting for that next word from you, that next word about your story, that next thingy that they can cling on to. You know, some people are just clinging on in our world, you know, so their optimism is low. Julie, you spoke a little about, you know, that Ash has been through turbulence and things like that. And I think we all have. And that's why we resonate with each other, because we all see the resilience that we have, the strength to get back up, the power to keep fighting. You know, we all have been through that. And I think that's what Mr. Ash was looking for. Those people who may have done it tough, not just those who've had an easy life, you know, those who've had it all, you know, easy peasy or had the money within their reach, or able to do those things, as Marty says, with marketing. So optimism is a huge thing for helping others. That's how I feel. It's about uplifting others. It's about giving them a helping hand, to let them know that they're worthy, let them know that they're loved. You know, these are important things about keeping that uplifted spirit within each and every one of our On Passive family, particularly. Now, I'm just going to tell a very short story, but I think it's important and relevant for some. My son was born 13 weeks early. Had I been able to shove him back and cook him for a bit longer, would have been fantastic. And he wouldn't have had to go through so many heart surgeries, collapsed lung, 5 blood transfusions, all of those things. Do you not think that Mr. Ash had he have known, wanted to push it back and wait for it to cook a bit longer, but he didn't, you know, and he had to take that knock to the back of the head, the kick in the guts, whatever it was that he had to go through, because he couldn't put it back and cook it a bit longer. You know, you have to go through sometimes the rock bottoms, which I've been through many rock bottoms, and you have to claw yourself way back out. And you can only do that by having the love and support of those around you. What you brought to us as an on-passive family, Mr. Ash, is truly incredible. And yes, as Marty said, and I'm sure Chris will reiterate that, is what we've grown, or the people who have grown in the last 6 months or so, since things are tough. You know, when things are tough, what happens? The strong get stronger. Okay, because they dig their feet in, because they know how to do it. They know how rock bottom feels. They know how hard it has been to live through some things in our lives. So I just wanted to share that, but thank you so much for allowing me to actually share a little bit today. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I think you all bring a certain quality of difference, in a way, that sparks each and every one of those listening today. So thank you so much. Love you.
Oh my gosh, Narelle, thank you so much. I love hearing you, listening to you. You just bring out another side of it. I loved your story when you talked about your son being early, and if you could have, you know, pushed him back for another 13, pushed him back in and let him stay in the oven for another 13 weeks, it would have been great. And then you talked about that, about Ash knowing, if he had known all these things would happen, you know, would he have wanted to do it? But, you know, but yet it happened the way that it did. And because of that, it made him who he is. It made your son who he is today. And it made Unpassive who it is today. So, you know, sometimes you're looking, you want to push things and you want to do things, but everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose and a plan in it. And the time that it happens is the time that it's supposed to happen. Because if it happened sooner or later, it wouldn't have gone the way that God had planned it. And you're talking about, you know, as Marty said, and you said, people are clinging on their way, they're holding on. They're looking at you, they're looking at us to see how we're reacting, and how we react, you know, they respond to that action. So that is so important. And, you know, you said Ash is resilient, he's fighting, he's optimistic, and he's there for helping people. You're there to help people. And I love, you know, when you talk on your show, you talk about helping people and, you know, just being there and showing people their worth and that they're loved. And that's what people want to know. They don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. And that's what it's all about. Caring for people and uplifting humanity. Thank you again so much, Narelle, for sharing this and for being here on tonight. We're glad that you're free, that you can come and be with us on Wednesday nights. Thank you again. And now I know we're going to call on, she wants to wait and sometimes, but we're going to call because Chris is not going to let me get away with this. I'm going to call on my beautiful sister, Dr. Smiles, Dr. Benny, and then we'll go to our gentlemen so they can speak on tonight. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Queen Joyce, for giving me this opportunity just to voice out my opinion about this topic. I want to thank those who have spoken before. Thank you, Queen Julie Pierre, for the extraordinary mindset. I want to thank our Mr. Marty Degamo for the astonishing presentation. Thank you so much. I want to thank each and everyone. Now, based upon this topic, being optimistic about our extraordinary company, Unpassive, which it fosters positive and optimistic culture by connecting people like you and I, or the brand ambassadors, with this business, and also integrating optimism into this organization. So being optimistic and waiting for the rebirth, time is powerful, right? It's really a powerful mindset that combines what? The patience, hopes, resilience during the period of challenge or transition. It also suggests that it focuses on what? Maintaining positive outlook and embracing the ideas of renewal and growth. Optimism is the belief that good things are possible even in the face of setback. Now, it's not about ignoring difficulties, but rather seeing them as what? Opportunities for learning and growth. It also involves trusting that challenges and temporarily that better times are what? Ahead, right? So when it comes to this rebirth, this concept emphasizing renewal, much like how nature goes through what? Cycle, right? Of what? Decay and regrowth. Rebirth represent what? A fresh start, a new opportunity, which it flourishes after a period of difficulties. Waiting doesn't mean passivism. It involves what? Preparing, improving, adapting while anticipating positive changes. Resilience through challenges by what? Maintaining hopes. It develops resilience, which it strengthens your ability to adapt, to grow, even the thought of situation. So practically, it focuses on what? Gratitude, which acknowledges the positive aspect of your current situation to stay grounded, which it visualizes the success by envisioning what rebirth looks like to you, whether it's personal breakdown, a career transition, or emotion or emotional, which it talks about healing. Healing. Set small goals. Progress towards what? Achievable milestone to maintain momentum while waiting for what? The larger changes. Set support, which it will surround yourself with what? Like-minded individuals who inspire and uplift you, right? I would stop at this moment, and I thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Benny. That was beautiful, powerful. Thank you so much. And I love what you said about optimistic as well. Optimism creates positivity and it creates a culture of positivity. And that's what we've created, a culture. Ash has created a culture here of positivity and optimism and talking about times that but times when things are good and when things are positive, they're going well. And you were saying that when you're optimistic and things are not going well and things or whether they're going well or not, but you're not ignoring the negative, but you're using it as an opportunity. And it's so important that we use every moment that we have as an opportunity because there's a rebirth. So we're taking this time during the rebirth and during this space that we have right now to make sure that we're engaging, we're learning, as Marty said, we're doing our 2%, that we're staying in and we're staying connected. So important. So thank you, Dr. Benny, for sharing with us and letting us know that we can be preparing while we're waiting and that we're here, we're preparing, we're developing, we're just making ourselves more knowledgeable about the world and the things that are going on in the world about I'm passive. And when people look at us, they see us and they know that we are here. We're in it. We're not going anywhere. So thank you again, Dr. Benny, so much for sharing with us and for always being here. We love you and we appreciate everything that you do. You do so much behind the scenes and we love it. Couldn't do it without you. So thank you again. And we're going to keep moving and go on to our next speaker. I'm going to call my brother. I met him through, all of you through Unpassive, but I've met Brother France through webinars and just sitting in and talking. And I love hearing him speak. And thank you for always being here. And the mic is yours. And just tell us what your thoughts are on tonight. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you, Sister Joyce. Thank you, Julie, for this great webinar. And thank you, everyone that spoke before me. To me, optimistic means that's to appreciate the good and the bad in life. You know, when I first heard about this business, I was so excited. And I know I said that, wow, this is going to change my life. This is going to change my family's life. And then later on, we just launched, you know, oh man, how great that was. We have Okonek, was able to go to Onet, set videos and set clubs and everything. It was so amazing. It was so beautiful. It's just like, wow. And, you know, our CEO keeps saying that it's going to get better. That's the worst you've seen it. You know, so we're all optimistic about, man, how this thing going to be looking at, going to be look every time it's going to get better and better and better. So, you know, again, that was the good part. And suddenly something happened. Now it's bad. So everybody forget about the good that they had before. But you know what? It's still good. We're going to have a rebirth. And, you know, the rebirth going to be even better. I think now all we need to do is, is focus more on the positive side rather than the negative side. You know, things happen to you for a reason. Things happen for a reason. We just have to be positive in your action, be positive. And also, what we need to do, right now, sometimes I do some random acts. When you do acts to other people, they don't even expect it. You bring a smile on their face, you know? And also, when you go around and smile at people, that's why I love Dr. Benny, because whenever she comes to a room, she starts smiling. And guess what? We all start smiling because it's contagious. It makes us feel better. And Chris, whenever he walks to a room, the room just light up, you know? And this is what we need to focus on. The be optimistic is to be, now we have to be positive. Be, like Noel said, be a light to somebody else, you know, and to make somebody else around you feel better than the way they are, you know, communicate with people, find out what people are going through and talk to them and let them know that, guess what? Something good is coming. And waiting for a rebirth, you know, the rebirth, all I can see that what we had before, and then now the rebirth is coming, it's going to get better. I'm just thinking about, wow, I'm going to act now. You know, things going to get so good for us. Things get so well for us, you know, and also, you know, everybody that say no to us, you know, and now they're going to start coming back. And also, we're not going to depend on what people said before, after that, you know, what people said before. But all we're going to depend on is what our CEO says. He says coming back, and we're going to stay on that, and we will see it, and we know the rebirth is going to be better than ever. Thank you very much, Sister Joyce.
Thank you, for Brother France. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing on tonight. And I love what you said, that with optimistic, you're appreciating the good and the bad in life. It doesn't matter what's going on. And with this optimism, it gives us something to look forward to. So everything is good. We're in rebirth, and we're focusing on the positive, as it's been said so much tonight. That's been a theme, just focusing on the positive and about taking actions and doing random acts of kindness as we're waiting, making others feel good. And Narelle said that as well, making others feel good, being kind to people, and just letting them know that they're loved and they're worth, and, you know, being a light to other people, because people need lights right now in this dark time. And, you know, with everything going on in the world, we need a light. We need something to look forward to. So, and the rebirth will be epic. And we're saying that we know it, we believe it, and we're depending on what no one else is saying. We're depending on what Ash is saying. We believe what he's telling us. We know that it is just, you know, moments away. And as we're waiting, we're just so excited, so optimistic, and so positive and ready for this change. Thank you again, Brother France, for sharing with us. And we appreciate you so much for always supporting and being here. Thanks again. And now I'm going to go around the world again to the great country of Malaysia. And I love this. I can be here in Michigan with Chris in the cold, and I can go to the warm, the best places in the world while I'm sitting in my house. So, Brother Kumaran, thank you so much for being here. We love you, appreciate you for supporting and always being here. You are my friend and my brother, and the mic is yours. And we're just tell us your thoughts on the topic on tonight. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Sister Joyce. Thanks to Sister Julie and Brother Marty, Brother Chris, and our sister from future, Sister Narelle. For me, the belief on our CEO that makes me more optimistic in the journey, because the process, I was there in the process, the journey with him, and the small things I notice, it makes me so confident on our CEO. Small things like he say what he do. That's very powerful. That's what he's practicing all the while. What he say, he do. Let me just share a few examples. When the single sign-on, all the while he was talking about single sign-on. Then one day he said, I forgot about the single lockout. Remember? Then he came and he did. And that's what he do. Then we experienced the single lockout. So that is one of the things that what he say he do. Then another one, now we are using the Zoom, but when we are using the O Connect, we came across, remember, the AI was live there. When we're chatting, when we chat, we want to type, but we just have to click the mic and we speak, and we can see the words typed there. These are the things that I notice, how powerful is on-passive is, and I'm just waiting for the rebirth. Thank you, Sister Joyce.
Thank you, Brother Kumaran. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and talking about the optimistic part of On Passive and the optimistic part of Ash, and you going through the journey. You said you were there. You're going through the journey with him, alongside him, and just being there and seeing him keep his word, and whatever he says, he does. And I love that about Ash. If he says it, it's going to happen. And he said, well, here we go. We'll have O Connect. We'll have that single sign-on where you can go to that one place and you have a suite of products, and you don't have to go anywhere else. I know in my job and places, I have to go here to sign up for this and go here to sign out of this and sign in for this. And I have several platforms that I use, and I have to use about 5 to 6 different platforms, but I have to sign into every one of those platforms. But with On Passive, everything is going to be there. I do one sign in and I can access everything that I need. And that is, that's the optimistic and the rebirth, and what it's going to be like in the future is going to be amazing. So we look forward to that. Thank you, Kumaran, for sharing with us so much. And now I'm going to go to this gentleman right here, that he is the heart of Bless. He is the heart of uplifting people. He is the heart of, just being there. He's the funniest guy. And as who said that? Someone said that when Chris comes in the room, I think France said that the room lights up. You're going to get some wisdom, but you're going to get a great laugh. And I love Chris. We're in Michigan in the cold right now, but we're hanging in. He is my brother, also from another mother. His heart is as big as Bless, and we know how huge that is. And Chris will do anything for you, believe me. He calls and checks on Melvin and I. He calls and checks on me anytime. Anyways, but I just thank you for everything that you do, and how you just make sure that you put everyone in front of you. You're praying for everyone. Okay, I'm going to stop because you're my brother and my friend. Thank you. Welcome, Chris. The mic is yours.
Thank you, Joyce. Very nice words. And you and Melv are always in my prayers constantly all day long, along with a lot of other individuals who are going through some horrible things. And I think Franz, I know he doesn't drink, but I think he was drinking today to say something like that about me. But Franz, thank you very much. I'm going to go a little against the grain here. Boy, where's Julie's going to say, uh-oh, here we go. I'm not optimistic. Let me say it again. Chris Johnson is not optimistic. I don't think I've ever been. Especially for this company, Ashmafara. I'm not optimistic, and I know what the word means because I read it over and over in the dictionary, and I listen to all you. Let me give you my take, because that's what we're here doing. We're giving us our takes, and they were all great, by the way, so don't think I'm putting anyone down. Everything you said, all of you, was great. I have 100% belief, because there is no 101, 100, 200. There's 100%. That's as far as you go. I have 100% belief and faith in this company. Am I optimistic about the future? Nope. I know, because I have 100% belief and faith that this company is going to change everything about this lousy world we live in right now. And I'm telling you what, it is lousy. Sorry. No matter where you live, it's lousy. It's cold here. It's lousy. We got a big storm coming. It's lousy. But I know I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning, thanks God. And I know I'm going to get out of bed and do the same thing I do every day. Pray to God, and I'm going to talk about this company. I'm going to talk about individuals like yourself. There is no, and I like the word. I read 14 different definitions about optimistic. And I'm not knocking Julie. It was a great title. You and Minnow with these titles, you're killing me, but I got to go. I got to study. I really got to study, but I want to change everyone's mind today. And I know optimistic means bright future. Blah. We are the future. This company is the future. And the people that don't believe it, sorry, you can go back to the future. We're going forward in the future. If you want to be optimistic, it's a great word. But I went beyond that word. I went to 100% belief in what this beautiful man is doing for all of us. My family, your family, India, Bangladesh, Australia, New Zealand, Africa. Africa. Can you imagine what Africa is going to look like? Can you imagine what Papua New Guinea is going to look like? Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Oh, I got to say Canada in there. America. For the first time in history, everyone, my opinion, is going to be smiling that became part of this amazing company. So am I optimistic? Nope. I believe it. I know it's going to happen. Do I think Ashmafar is optimistic? Nope. Nope, because I know he believes this is happening now. I know he's putting every available hour into this company right now. I know that for a fact. I know he's pushing himself beyond his limits because he's not optimistic, because he believes and is doing this. Great word, Julie. Not knocking you. You know you're going to razz me on trivia later. I know that. Listen, where in our lives have we come across an individual like this? Yes, great men and women since the beginning of time. I can name them all because I look at them, I study them. What were they feeling? What is Ashmafara feeling right now? What did Nelson Mandela feel like when he was in prison for 27 years? Was he optimistic? No, he knew what he was going to do. He knew the sacrifice he was making to make that country better, to get better leaders. to let people know it's okay to take a hit. If you believe in something, it's okay to bleed sometimes. That's a horrible way to say it, but it's the truth. Ash Mafar is a complete genius, hardcore believer, but not just in himself. He believes in all of us. That's what a lot of people don't get. He's got so much faith in the founders and the foundership, even when some of them are rotten miserable. I'm saying it. I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. Here, that's Chris Johnson, the goofy guy. If you're rotten, that's really horrible. That's backwards. If you're rotten and you're in this company, I'm sorry, but you don't belong here, because this company is nothing but beautiful. It's full of color. It's full of light. And it's going to change everything about you in a better way. Don't be coming across to me in a year after we launch it with that nose sticking up in there and snooty. No. Go out and help people. Gosh darn it, that's why we're here. We're here to change this stinking world right now. We're here to end wars, fix poverty. I wish we could fix the weather, Joyce, but I know we can't do that. Well, I guess they say some people can, but I don't want to mess with that one. That's God's job. But you guys are all part of the change. You're part of the change that's going to completely turn things around for this world. I believe it's going to turn things around for politics, which I absolutely don't like. I believe when governments see what we're doing, they're going to, oh, hey, what are these guys doing? Why is everyone so happy? Boy, can you imagine hearing a government official say that? Why is everyone so happy? Because that company over there, they turned Africa upside down, flipped it, all the gold fell in all their pockets, and they got to keep it. Papua New Guinea had fresh water everywhere, hospitals every 3 miles. Because of one company, because of you guys. Your neighborhoods, you better all have gold addresses on all your neighbors. I want to see it. I want to go down the street. There's a founder. There's the founder. Well, look at that. Solid gold address to their home. So that's how I think. It's not greedy. It's not selfish. I'm wishing this upon everybody. So am I optimistic? No. Do I believe what this company is going to do for the world? Hell yes, I do. Sorry about the French. But I love every one of you. I went over my 3 minutes. Sorry, Miss Julie Pierre. You can yell at me later. Give me those tough questions like you always do. And every one of you, be proud of yourself, what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. I don't care if someone comes up with a board and cracks you across the head and says, you're nuts. It's never going to work. Turn that other cheek. And you keep fighting. Because this company, woo, it's going to be history making. And like I said, you're all going to be part of it. And your grandchildren from 3 million years from now are never going to forget your name. I promise you that. I got to go. Joycey, back to you. I love you, sister. Get ready for the cold. Hold on. Let me put the winter gear back on.
Right? I love it, Chris. I love it. Oh, I know I'm ready. I'm trying to embrace for this cold, but whoa, it's coming. But thank you, Chris. I love hearing you, because you always put a different spin on everything and you put a twist to it. And are you optimistic? No, you're 100% belief and faith in this company that we will change the future, that we will, this company will go beyond optimistic, and it goes beyond that, and it goes to belief 100%. And like you said, we'll all be smiling. And I love what you said, that Ash is putting everything that he has, every hour and every moment that he has into this company. And he said, is he optimistic? No, he's not, but he's a 100% believer that this will happen, that I'm passive and this company will change lives. And that we'll be able to get out there and help others, to help people, to uplift humanity in a way that we have never imagined possible, that we dreamed of, but now those dreams are becoming reality, and they will become reality, and we'll be a part of the change and in this world, and we'll be a part of history, making history, something that will never happen again. I know in my lifetime, and a lot of our lifetimes, we'll never see this again. And it's a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing. And I love that last part that you said, is like, never stop doing what you're doing, because it's so important that we continue to be out there to let people know that change is coming. There's a better way, that greater things are coming. I know it's always this part that says greater is coming. The best is yet to come. And we're looking forward to this next chapter and, moving forward. We're futuristic. We're excited. We're optimistic. We're hopeful. And, we're ready for it. So yes, again, thank you, Chris, so much. Tonight, it was just a beautiful time tonight, something a little different. We put a different spin on it, and we are just really excited about what's happening. And we are going to, I just want to say that optimistic, everybody's did a great job of their feeling and thoughts about talking about optimism and what it is. And it's just being hopeful and confident about the future. And, sometimes people are thinking, who are you, we said it, who are you surrounding yourself with? And who are you letting into your circle? Who are you letting into your space? It's very important that you keep that space knit tight and that you don't let anyone into that space. You have control of that, because if you let negativity into that, guess what? You're going to attract it. If you let positivity into it, you're going to attract it. So make sure you keep your circle close and you keep it positive, and you surround yourself with people that think the glass is always half full. Because a lot of people say it's half empty, but you think on the bright side and say, nope, my glass is always half full. There's always room for more. So I'm continuing to learn, and I'm continuing to looking forward to the future and to what it's going to bring. And I just want to say about the rebirth of I'm Passive, and this company is going to be, it's just a second time, a time for a second time. Yes, we get, round two.
Talking about the rebirth.
A rebirth.
This baby's going to come out fully functional, fully full of knowledge, ready to boom, boom, boom. No bottle feeding, no diaper changing. He's going to pop out and go bing, bang, boom. Let's hit it, baby.
Say that, Chris. Rebirth. Absolutely. Rebirth. Because like you said, when you were, the first time you were born, you needed the milk, right? You needed all those things. You needed the diapers. You needed everything. You needed all this help. But the rebirth, like, hey, it's going to be so amazing. We don't need that. We've had our bottle. We've had the milk. We've had all those baby food and all that. Now we're coming out stronger, better. We don't need all these things, because guess what? It's been done. And now, like you said, we're coming out. It's a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start. And so while we're waiting, while we're here waiting on that baby to be born, the rebirth, the second birth, hey, when it happens, epic, life-changing, world-changing. And we're so excited to see what it's going to be that, like you said, everybody's going to be smiling. They're going to be more than smiling. They're going to be 100% trying to get back in there. And hey, okay, I'm going to stop there, because, this is like, it's a really good topic, Julie, and I'm loving it. And I love the spin that Chris put on it. That everyone, thank you guys to everyone that has spoken on tonight and shared your thoughts and opinion. We really appreciate it. Everyone was great. And I don't know if Marty is still on there. I know he was helping his family, and we would like him to.
Name is on there, Joycey. I don't know if he's got his earmuffs on, but he'll figure it out.
Okay, he may not. Okay, if Marty's not there, Julie, we're going to have you do closing remarks, and we are going to let you get back to your family. And then also you can jump on Old Menu and get some trivia if you want some good laughs.
I'll be late. I got to take a shower. Sorry.
Oh, okay, Chris. Thank you.
Julie, Pierre, you cut into my shower time, my foot massage time. You owe me, sister. Let me tell you.
Thank you for sharing that
I love you,
information with us.
Chris. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Wow, great webinar, great sharing. Thank you, everyone. We couldn't be in a better place. We are in the best place ever. The rebirth is going to be epic, like our sister said. It's going to be magnificent. It's going to be earth-shattering. So let us continue to remain resilient. Let us continue to encourage each other. Let us continue to build together and support each other. Support each other. This is very important. Supporting each other in prayers. Let us pray for one another. Let us pray for our CEO. He needs all the prayers that he can get. And for those founders who are not doing too well, we continue to pray for you. And I say thank you to each and every one of you who continuously pray for my daughter and her well-being. God is good. It's a long road, but everything is possible with God. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I see our brother Kumaran has his hand up. Sister Joyce, back to you. Take the lead.
Thank you, Julie, so much for this webinar, for this great presentation. And thank you, everyone, for sharing on tonight. Thank you for listening, whether you're listening through YouTube or social media. We appreciate you for being here. We wouldn't have a show without you. And thank you all, everyone on the panel, for speaking and sharing. We really appreciate you. And I see Brother Kumaran has his hand up. We're going to give you just a minute to share your thought, and then we'll be ready to go. Thank you, Kumaran. The mic is yours.
Joyce, I have a question to Brother Chris. Brother Chris, the rebirth, the rebirth, is it a twins or triplet?
Hey, this baby gonna come out real big because it's full of knowledge. So just say you're gonna need some really, really big things ahead of you to hold on to this kid. There's no stroller that's gonna roll this kid down the street.
Yes, Chris, that's right. It's going to be a big baby.
You're gonna need lots of Pampers, right, Chris?
Yeah, Marty, if we talk about Marty, so it's
Don't
we
let
don't
Marty
want to
get
go that conversation.
And I see Narelle has her hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to ask, is it okay? I've just had a message come through from Vivina Benny here in Australia, and she wanted to know if I could read it on your show because she's unable to attend webinars. So I'm just asking permission first.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. It says, great and wonderful topic close to my heart. All of us here inside On Passive deserve to be here because at some point in our personal and private journeys, we prayed, longed, wished, or imagined about how wealthy and healthy our lives looked like. And so Mr. Ash was attracted or pulled towards us, bringing his vision On Passive with him. So while we are here, let's be intentional and aware of what we're thinking of, our thoughts, who we associate with, what we give out energy-wise, and how we speak to people around us at all time, being mindful of staying positive and happy despite the challenges. I know it is easier said than done, but if we really know what we want to achieve, we must be very present in our thinking, in our hearts, and how we speak to people around us. The rebirth of On Passive is made of every engaged member of On Passive, both present and the future, with our CEO and his tech team. Do not allow negativity to linger our minds, but instead change them instantly with good ones, because we have no time to waste on unproductive days. If there is anything I have learned about our CEO, is that there is no I can't, but I can do it. That needs to be ours also. The planet is a beautiful place for all mankind, plants and animals alike. So let's let the masses know about its rebirth. Love you all. God bless. From Vivina Benny.
Wow. Nice sharing. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes.
Thank
Thank you.
you all.
That was wonderful. Thank you for sharing. We love it. Yes. And I agree with everything ditto that she said. So thank you for reading that.
Thank you for allowing me to.
Yes. Thank you. Well, thank you guys for joining us on tonight. We appreciate you. And we're going to say we're going to close down. But if you watch this in the future, jump in with us, join on Passive, join this amazing company, and it will change your life for the good. You will be so glad that you said yes. Thank you again for joining, Julie. We appreciate you. We got this
Thank
thing
you,
going.
everyone.
Thank you. Have a blessed night, everyone. Peace,
Thank you.
love.
Thank you.
Yes.